Alright, people. Alright, let's go, Jared. Come on now. Alright. How you guys doing out there? Thumbs up? Thumbs up. Let's go. Day 8. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Who's excited? Are you excited? Bro, if you're not excited, what the fuck are you doing? Of course, this morning I got, you know, all kinds of crazy things going on outside. I got the ravens out there going nuts. I got everything else. You never know what's going to happen in the day. But you know what? You got to keep that internal locus of control, that eye wall, strong. You got to stay stoked. You know what I'm saying, people? Are you stoked? If you're not stoked, get the fuck stoked. Find something to get excited about. Don't know what it is. Maybe you love ice cream. Maybe you love football. Maybe you need to pull your head out of your ass. I don't know. Okay? Get stoked, though, all right? Now, also, you got that critical eye locked in the hole? Ask yourself that question. Use that impulse control. Impulse control is a muscle, okay, people, that you have to use over and over again, and it gets stronger and stronger. It's a mental muscle. How's that schedule? You got it locked in? I check on it all the time. Get it locked in, okay? Make sure you're putting your time where you want it to pay off for you. Great, fantastic. Got that out of the way, okay? Got that out of the way. How you been doing? You been doing good? It's already Tuesday, ain't it? Something like that. Day 8. Ocho, one of my favorites, okay? We're coming up on the old fall action going on. I'm very excited about that. What do we got going on around here? Well, tomorrow's Wednesday. We're going to have a little chit-chat with James at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? We're going to go live. We're going to have a little chit-chat with him about what's going on in the UK. Some crazy stuff going on over there. You know what I mean? A lot of crazy. Digital ID, people. The hell are we talking about, okay? So we're going to chit-chat with him about it. We already tried once before, but you know what? I had technical issues because I don't know how to do the OBS, okay? But I spent all night and day yesterday trying to figure out, watching tutorials, what my fucking problem was, okay? Turns out I had 2 inputs that I didn't even know I had, you know, going on at the same time to make it echo. Boy, that really burns you up when you figure out what it is, and it's a couple of clicks away from being solved, and you spend all that time feeling like you're an idiot, okay? Reminded me of them old days as an engineer when I would go to the lab and try to get things working, and turns out it was just a wire in the wrong place, and it took 18, 20 hours of my week. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But we got that working. Got the scene going good. Got that all good, so I'm excited about that. Then on Thursday, we're going to have a little drop-in from Hillbilly Harry. We're going to talk about what's going to happen with what's going on with Jared over in Peru, okay? He's going to have the Judo Grand Prix, people. The best in the world. Going to be over there. He's going to be competing in it. We're going to ask Hillbilly Harry, his dad, what's going on? How's it going? What's the rules? How does judo work? For those who don't know, what the hell is this judo thing all about? I didn't even know they still did judo. Is he getting around town? Is he able to see some of the sights, maybe get some of the good food, get a little bit of real experience over there in Lima, Peru? Boy, I'd love to go to some Lima, Peru. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk to him about that on Thursday, okay? And I'm just probably going to talk to him early in the morning, and I'm going to put it in one of these videos. Now, James is going to be a separate live, but we're going to do Hillbilly Harry and put him in one of these videos, the normal kind, all right? Then on Friday, we're going to talk to Ebi again. And we're going to figure out what the hell's going on over there in northern Spain. Some crazy stuff going on in northern Spain too, man. So we're going to talk to Ebi. That's going to be about at 3 p.m. again, I think, Pacific Standard Time. And we're going to chit chat with him, and that's going to be live and figure out what the hell's going on. Now that I got my setup working, got that software fixed up, the OBS, I'm learning. It's taking me a minute, but I'm learning. I got everything else going on, people. It's not like I can just go ahead and, you know, become an OBS student, you know learn how to stream, give all my time to it. I got, you know, other things I got to get done. I got, oh, bro, you wouldn't even believe. Got to feed these ravens out there, bro. They're always in breathing down my neck. I got about, I don't know, 9 or 10 of them out there eating the breakfast that I just fixed for them. I had an old loaf of that jalapeno bread, right? And it gotten kind of hard, you know? And so what I did was I just took some of that jalapeno bread, ripped it up, cracked 2 or 3 eggs on top of it so it could soak in there, threw a couple other things on there, put it out there. They are going nuts. You would think I just made the best breakfast that ever done was. They're out there fucking, they do a little dance, and you know, they're very social, and so that's how they talk, is how they move. And they're getting in there and doing it, and I'm watching them right now at my door, right there. Boom, see them right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them out there. All right, but they're having a good, they're yelling. Now they're dancing some more. But that's good. I'll have to film some more of them. But I love them ravens, man. I do. They're like my my extended family or my pets or something, you know. And I'm trying to get them to, you know, warm up to me, but I don't know. They don't like. They only use me for food. Anyway, how about that, right? We all been there. We dated women just like that. Hell, haven't you ever gone out on a date and then you figure out she's just there to get that meal? I have. I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking she likes me. No, she just wants to go out to eat. She wants to go to a certain restaurant. Oh, okay. Gee, this was not a very good deal for me. Feel like a fucking idiot. You know, you got to get savvy quick, especially with these LA women, bro. I mean, seriously, you got to get savvy quick, okay? So then we're going to talk to Ebi. I love saying his name, Ebi. Talking to him on Friday, all right? So I got a whole bunch of other ones lined up, too, that I've been having, they holding pattern, waiting for me to get my fucking shit together on my damn OBS program so I can stream. You know, nothing more frustrating, okay, than getting somebody from halfway across the world to give you some of their time, and you go ahead and have that interview, and then the audio is, it's a great interview, but the audio sucks so bad that you know nobody's gonna listen to it. And then you gotta be like, hey buddy, that was all great. I had to delete it because my bad. But can we do that again? You know, so, you know, got to get that shit together, you know? Anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing there. I got some other people on hold, like I said, some bigger people. And, of course, I didn't want to have them go because it brought one of my little 200-unit subscription channel. All I got is my charisma and my firepower. I'm a firecracker, okay? And until they realize that, damn it, they got to come on. All right, so I got to reach through that camera and grab them. You know what I'm saying? I got to emote like I tell you guys. I can't just project, hi, how you doing? It'd be a lot of fun if you came on and discussed topics with me. Would you? No, I got to be like, listen, motherfucker. Come on my channel. My people are dying to hear what you're saying. They're thirsty for that knowledge. You got it. Don't withhold it from them. Just like a Bible preacher, don't you withhold it from them, says the name of the Lord. We do all that. Okay, we have a good time, right? We have a good time doing that. So anyway, so I got a little cough right there. So I got all that good stuff coming, okay? So we're excited about that. Finally got that back on the road, okay? So I'm excited about that. Then I got something else cooking. I'm doing some, going to be doing some of these watercolors. Not like this, but about this size, okay? So I got this cooking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do portraits, family portraits, all right? So I got that coming. I'm not ready to do it just yet, so don't inundate me with all the family portraits. I've had a couple of people ask me, so I came up with an idea on how to do it. And I'm going to do it this size, and I'm going to include this mat, so you can just pop it in a frame, but it's going to be a family portrait, watercolor, okay? And I'm going to tackle that next as soon as I get the... I got the streaming thing, hopefully, fingers crossed. I tested it. It was all good. Got it under my belt. hopefully I can just go forward with that. Now I can focus on the website, get that stuff up there. So if people want to participate, want to purchase and do that, they can. It'd be a fucking great gift. You know, it's one of those kind of gifts. Have you guys ever come across, I'm going to do the question, have you ever come across a gift that's so good you can't not get it? You have to get it, right? I remember one time I was in Hawaii. I came across this person who, what they did is they took these Hawaiian rocks and they carved them into hearts. And they made them like little red hearts. They put a little bit of dye on them, but they were Hawaiian rocks. And so I went and I couldn't not buy them. They were like $10 a piece, bro. How do you not buy a rock from Hawaii that's carved into the shape of a heart? So, of course, I bought a couple of them. I gave one to my girlfriend at the time, and she's my ex now. But, and I have a couple more, but I kept some of them because I love objects like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you come across some guy who can make knives or something, and he makes these killer knives. You got to buy them, bro. You know what I mean? That's like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. You got to reach out and you got to grab it. Or you come across somebody who is a really good leather worker, and you got to buy a belt from them. You know what I mean? Because, wow, that's incredible. I remember I bought this belt from this is Montana leather, and it's been my favorite belt, and I bought it all the way back in like 2009 or 10. I love that belt. I got other belts too, Louis Vuitton belt. But I don't know. I never wear that shit, right? But I wear this fucking real Montana leather belt all the time. I love that damn belt. It's got a nice fucking bronze belt buckle on it. American flag. Fucking love that thing, bro. And so when you find something that you love, that's crafted, that's fantastic, you got to get it. You got to get it. And so this is going to be one of those things. So I already have to do 2 or 3 of them. So I'll do 2 or 3 of them, and then I'll show y'all what they are. I'll get my website together, put them on my website, and if you want to get one for your gift for your family, whatever, you know, we'll fucking get it, and we'll do it. No big deal. You send me a picture of your family. I'm going to turn them into a portrait. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to love it. Okay? So that's going to be, that's what I'm working on for that. And I got a whole bunch of other stuff going too, right? Like I'm trying to do this Kitty City book right now. And I'm working on this right now. And I got to get this together because I want to do this in Friday updates on a webtoon. And I want to draw all during the week, this Kitty City story, which I'm doing. And then I'm going to consolidate it, put it on a webtoon, right? And then so you guys can go read it for free. Okay, and then if there's enough people who want to have at the end of it, when I pull it all together, if there's enough people who want to have it as a comic book, we'll go ahead and do that whole thing where you can, you know, buy an issue of it, you know, and I'll have it printed. It'll be badass. Okay, it'll be awesome. We'll do that. Okay, and I got some other stories that I'm working on that I want to do as well. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about the next 30-day challenge. I think I got an idea for it. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But, you know, I got these ideas coming to me all the time, and I hope you do too. Have you noticed that? Okay? If you can, put down in the comments, have you been having more ideas, same amount, or less ideas since you started writing your ideas down in your notebook? You know, like I got my notebook right here, right? I'm writing my ideas down, you know, refining them. Have you been having more ideas? I tell you what, you better be. You better be having more ideas because you're making room for them. So they're going to travel through your brain down into your paper. And like I said, maybe you won't use them right this second, but maybe you'll come back in a couple months and use them. Like I'm making these 2, I got these 2 fantastic ideas. One of them is a Mersh, right? Holy card, right? He's the patron saint of the dumpster kitties, okay? Patron saint. So that's going to be Mersh holding a cigarette with this JMO with his kitties, and he's like, you know, like a holy card, right? So I got that. I want to put that on mugs, and I want to start doing shirts too. I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to do the 4th wall. Going to have that integrated on-demand shirts that anybody can buy if they want them. If they don't want them, you know, fuck off. But I want to make some shit. Because, bro, I don't know about you, but I've been going out there trying to look for things that are cool, and I'm having a harder and harder time finding things that I can get excited about, you know? I remember I really loved that Dick Masterson Ricky Ritardo shirt. That was one of my favorites. I pretty much just wear workout attire. But when I want a fun shirt, like if I'm going to go out or whatever, if I'm going to try to meet some ladies, or I'm going to go out, I'm going to play shuffleboard. You didn't know that, but I'm a shuffleboard master. You know them shuffleboard tables? I fucking love that game, bro. The big shuffleboard with the discs that you slide across the tabletop. Love it. The full-size ones, not the half-size ones either, the full-size ones. And in fact, I got myself a company up in Northern California that makes shuffleboard tables, and I'm going to get one as soon as I have a place to put it. Okay? I just don't have room where I'm at right now. As soon as I move, I'm fucking getting one of them motherfuckers. Okay? Gonna have them build it for me. I love shuffleboard and ping pong. Ping pong, I could play for hours. You know? Anyway, where was I? So anyway, you know, get excited about that. I already forgot what I was talking about. I'm sitting there thinking about shuffleboard, taking shots of tequila. You got to have shots of tequila when you're doing shuffleboard, okay? And then them pickled, bro, the pickled eggs would be so good. And even like some hot wings, bro. Oh, hot wings. Oh, that's a day right there. That's a day. Woo, woo, shuffleboard. All right, and he got me all excited about something. I even forgot what the hell I was talking about around here. Okay, we're talking about the watercolor. We got that laid out. Great. Talking about, oh, have you had more ideas? Okay, write it down in the comments if you had more ideas. If you noticed that, or if you haven't noticed it, have you been diligent on writing things in your notebook? Now, I don't want you coming around here saying, I haven't had more ideas. And then I ask you, okay, well, how much have you been writing in your notebook? Notebook? What notebook? I'm like, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. This is a physical action of downloading your ideas onto the page, okay? You can't have new ideas until you download your ones you have right now onto your notebook. It's a cycle. It helps the water flow of ideas, okay? So if you say, Ray, I ain't having no new ideas. I don't know what you're talking about. And I go to you and go, wait, are you doing the system? What system? What are you talking about? Get out of here, okay? Are you a bot, all right? Get out of here, get out of here. Anyway, so be excited about that. I want you to write down your ideas. I want you to have more ideas. I want you to be excited about having those ideas, okay? And I want you to go through with it, okay? Now, what I want you to do today is we went through the idea yesterday. We went through our portal of our imagination, okay? And we came away with a paragraph, okay? Now, you're going to take that paragraph today, okay? And I want you to let your critical eye out onto the paragraph, okay? So what does that mean, okay? Well, I want you to look at the paragraph, and I want you to detach your emotion from it, okay? No emotion attached to it whatsoever. And I want you to look at it as if you were looking at somebody else's piece of work, okay? And use your critical eye. This is the time to get him out. Okay, and you let him go crazy on your paragraph. So you're reading your paragraph, and you read the first sentence, you read the second, whatever, however many sentences you got. Okay, now remember, you need a three beats. Okay, on everything, right? So your story has 3 beats. Each act has 3 beats. You know, each paragraph has 3 beats. You get what I'm going with this? So you have a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? So I want you to look at your paragraph. I want you to read what you wrote out loud. So go somewhere where you won't be bothered. Read what you wrote out loud. And then I want you to strip out every word that's not necessary. Okay? You got to use your critical eye to be brutal, to be ruthless. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Now, don't erase it, right? Rewrite it underneath the old paragraph. Rewrite the new paragraph. Strip out all the words that aren't necessary, okay? After you've done that, I want you to reread it out loud again. And I want you to ask yourself, does this convey the emotion I wanted to convey? Does this reach the goal that I was trying to achieve in communication? Okay? And I'm going to guess that it does, but not quite. It does, but not quite. Okay? So, in your mind, I want you to think about ask yourself, what do I really want to convey with this paragraph? So that's how you're getting your focal point. You're getting your North Star right there, right? If it's a paragraph about, like, say, for example, it was me with Miss Johnson, and she was telling me that talent alone will not carry me, okay? So She's trying to give me a truth, but she's trying to gird me up for the battle that's going to take place later from a academic point of view or an intellectual point of view, okay? She's trying to be a support, okay? So what I'm trying to communicate is that she is a loving relationship that's trying to mentor me, okay? But at the same time, being careful of my ego. That's what she was doing. That's what I'm trying to communicate in that paragraph, okay? Maybe yours is different. And so I need to fine-tune that paragraph to communicate that sentiment that I just said, okay? So you let your critical eye, you get him out. This is the job that the critical eye is for. He's critical, right? He's critical. So you let him or her, if you're a woman, I don't know, maybe you got a her critical eye. You let him or her go and just like have their field day, right? Being critical about your paragraph. Okay, now they're not, the critical eye, you're not going to let it attack you as a person, right? It's not attacking your identity. It's being critical of your work. So if it ever says, well, of course, you're a fucking retard, you can't write, well, then that's when you take the critical eye and put him back in his box, right? You say, no, 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 critical eye, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to attack me personally. You're not allowed to start using this as an opportunity to attack my character. The only thing you can attack is the work. And I want you to have fun doing it, critical eye. Okay? So you let the critical eye do that. You keep your boundaries, though, so that he can't attack you. All right? So you let the critical eye go to town on that paragraph. All right? And you think about what your goal for that paragraph is. And you tell the critical eye, and he says, yeah, what's up, motherfucker? What? What? You say, critical eye, yeah, how come you keep me in the hole all the time? Well, critical eye, you just don't, you don't play fair and you don't follow the rules. Well, that's what I'm supposed to do. Well, critical eye, I got a job for you. Well, I ain't doing no work. You gonna pay me? What's going on? Critical eye, it's not payment, but it's something you love to do. Well, what's that? Be critical. Yeah, that's true. I do love being critical. That is what I love to do. I love being critical. Okay, critical eye, I want you to attack this paragraph. I want you to tell me everything that's wrong with it. Oh, for real? Oh yeah, I'll tear that paragraph up. Fuck that paragraph. I'm about to tear that paragraph up. All right, critical eye, go to it. Oh, you see right here? This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is stupid. Who says that? This is stupid. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, critical eye, hold on. Those are all good points. Oh, they is? Yeah, critical eye, you did a good job. I did? Yeah, okay, but stand over there and I'm going to fix this paragraph and then I'm going to let you go at it again. Oh, okay, fuck that. I'm going to stand over here. When you ready, you tap me in, motherfucker. I'm ready to go. You say, okay, so you go and you rewrite it. You put it down. You say, critical eye, attack that paragraph. Tell me everything is wrong with it. Oh, I'm in. Boom. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, that comma shouldn't be there. Hey, fuck you and your comma. That comma shouldn't be there. Critical eye, the only thing wrong with it is the comma? Yeah. Okay, critical eye, thanks for your help. Okay, I'm going back in my hole because I can't be as critical as I want to. You know, I'm leaving. And that's how you do it. That's how you let the critical eye fix your work for you. Okay? And it gets really exciting. All right? So I want you to try that. Do that today on that paragraph that you wrote yesterday. And have fun with it, okay? Keep that critical eye, though, in his boundaries or her boundaries. Don't let them attack your identity, your person. They can attack the work, but they can't take it further than that. Well, that's right. I told you had a small dick. Like, bitch, my dick has nothing to do with my writing. Just focus on my writing, okay? Don't let them attack you, okay? Well, you can't even cook. I can cook. Don't get there. Don't let the critical eye trick you into having an argument about something else. All right? You got me, okay? So, have fun with that today. That's a tool. So we went ahead, we went through the portal of the imagination, we came back, we downloaded what we witnessed and observed. Now we're going to let the critical eye go and work like a catalyst, okay, like an enzyme, to transform that into a structured piece of work. We got the raw gold nugget. Now the critical eye is going to do his work, turn it into a piece of jewelry, okay? And then and after he does that, you're going to have a piece of the puzzle, okay? The piece of the puzzle fits into the whole big story you're trying to tell, but it's just one little piece, okay? So that's what I want you to do today. Now, before we get out of here, we're going to go ahead and do our little exercise, all right? So come on down here with me. We're gonna do our exercise. Take a swig of your coffee or your tequila or whatever the hell you're drinking when you're watching these things. Drink something strong, would you? All right, so we're down here. We got our little thing right here. What I want you to think about right now is I want you to think about a time or a place that reoccurred where you got your feelings hurt or you were traumatized. Like maybe maybe you had an alcoholic father that yelled at you all the time, or maybe when you went to school you had a teacher that harped on you, or maybe you had a bully that followed you around, or something that traumatized you. And I want you to think about, where did you go in order to nurse your pain? Where was your safe spot that you went to? Did you go into a closet? Did you get a book? Did you put on earphones and turn on the music? Did you grab a pillow and hug onto it when you were a kid? Think about that safe spot. Okay? I want you to think about that safe spot. All right? I want you to think about that safe spot. Now, I want you to go ahead and get your pen. I got my 2 pens right here. Boom, boom. And I want you to think about that safe place that you went to. Okay? Where's that safe place that you went to? You got it in your mind? All right, now I want you to go ahead and I want you to draw what that safe place was, okay? Draw what that safe place was, all right? Maybe it was like I said, maybe you went swimming, maybe you worked out, maybe you went to the gym, maybe you did judo, you know? Or maybe you went and stuffed your mouth with a whole bunch of donuts. Maybe the bakery was a safe spot, okay? Or maybe you had a couple of them. If you had a couple of safe spots, just pick one, all right? Just pick one, okay? Just pick one, all right? And I'm gonna pick one too, and so I picked one, and my safe spot, I remember I did a whole bunch of Mario drawings in my sketchbook. Let's see if I can't remember how to draw Mario off the top of my head. I think I remember. Now, right at this time, I had gotten the Super Nintendo. I love that. I had a good time playing that. So we got Mario right there. And then I also drew a lot of Wolverine. Okay, so I got a little bit of Wolverine over here. He's a little more complex just to draw with marker, but we'll get it. We'll get it, won't we? There we go. See if I can't remember how to draw some Wolverine. There we go, like that. And I always liked Wolverine because he made everybody pay. You know what I mean? I don't know if I said that before. He made everybody pay their price. Now that kind of looks like a retarded Wolverine right there, but it's okay. Retarded Wolverines are okay too. Right? Maybe he says bub. All right. Okay. Now, when you went to your safe spot, okay, I want you to think about, how did it make you feel? How did it make you feel when you went to your safe area? Okay? Do you have that in your mind about how it made you feel? And if you couldn't tell, my safe area was my sketchbook. Maybe that's probably why I like it so much. I talk about Sketchbook so much. But how did it make you feel? Mine was soothed. Okay. Now remember, I was talking about, we're going to go some places that angels fear to tread. Okay. We're starting to broach those places, people. Right? I took it easy on you today by just talking about the safe place. But tomorrow we're going to talk about the other emotions, okay? And sometimes people get short-circuited because you're not ready to deal with it. So my question to you is, how do you know you're ready to deal with it versus you're not ready to deal with it? Do you know what that answer is? The answer is you choose. You choose to deal with it, okay? You're never ready until you choose to deal with it. The sooner you choose to deal with it, the sooner you'll be able to harvest that gold. Because that's the real gold. Like, everybody has a good time talking about happy, fun things, right? But what everybody's really interested in is reading about the dark, scary things. Everybody wants to read about the dark, scary things. Nobody wants to go and experience it in order to harvest that gold, to dig down in that mine, the dark, scary mines, to pull out the really rare gold, the opal, right, of their experience through trauma, through abuse, through whatever, okay? And then bring that back up and then refine that into the piece that you're going to put in the story. But that's what everybody wants to read about. Everybody wants to read it. Nobody wants to do the work to write it. Okay? So, what does that tell you? That tells you that you and I have a tremendous opportunity. Because there's a huge market out there for people who want to resonate and use your experience as a catharsis in order to help render and process their trauma. Okay? Because everybody's been traumatized, right? You get that by now, right? Sure, some more, some less, but everybody has been. So this is when we use empathy as our superpower, okay? And we go into our little mine, we harvest the gold and the different mine shafts. We got one mine shaft is happy gold, one mine shaft is scary gold, one mine shaft is abuse, one mine shaft is this and that and whatever, okay? And the more we go into these rare mine shafts and pull out those rare opals or gold or whatever, the nuggets, the more powerful our story is going to be. That's why it's very easy to write a story about a superhero. But it's hard to write a good villain because people are afraid to talk about it. They'd rather project than experience, than channel it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Sorry, I got a little cough right there. So I got my sketchbook right here. This is where I go to feel soothed. Okay? The question that's begging to be asked is, why did you need to be soothed? What was it that you needed to be soothed from? Okay? So tomorrow we're going to talk about it. All right? Now I want you to get out there, let that critical eye out, kick some ass, do this exercise. Let's have a good time with it. Mine your gold, people. Mine your gold. Let's go, Jared. Come on now.